Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's March 15th, 2024, and today was kind of one of those days. And I know it's Friday. We're going to get into the Postcrossing and the postcards, and yeah, I got a good chunk of mail this week, and a tail end of last week too, if you know that I went away to Montreal last week. I left on a Wednesday, so Thursdays and Fridays mail will be included in the video today. Yeah, I went to work today. It's nice. It's like 7 degrees out today. Most of the snow is melted away and is in the process of melting the rest. My back deck over here is clear of snow now, and some of the front yard too, as you'll probably see tomorrow. If you join the live stream, you'll see that a lot of the snow has melted away. But that's not what I wanted to say. I wanted to say it kind of turned into one of those in the brain kind of days. Went to work, went well. Finished up enough early that I stopped, got to my P.O. box, got my mail, then went over to visit my parents because my sister was in town too. I got to visit with her. We had lunch, just had a nice day. I could tell about my experiences with Dea in Montreal and the time that I had away. Then I came back home. My son's homesick today, so he's recovering. He was sleeping, so I thought, well, just lay on the couch for a little bit, watch some TV, get caught up. Snail Mail with Smokey. If you haven't watched his episodes on YouTube, go ahead and watch him. He put out one today on stamps today, the combination that he does with his wife. So that was kind of enjoyable. I haven't commented on it yet, Smokey, at this point. Maybe I will by the time you watch this video. And then I got into a clip of a Stephen Colbert show. I don't know if you know this. He's a nighttime talk show host. He sides a little bit more on the political side usually, but he had Paul Simon on as a guest. Now, Paul Simon is one of those artists that I just loved. I love Simon and Garfunkel, and then Paul Simon, when he went off and did his own thing, has been wonderful too. Albums like Graceland, just amazing, fun, upbeat, lots of great music in there. But he had a good conversation about him. He's promoting a new album called 7 Psalms, and he talks about his process going through that. He talked about one of his favorite songs that he put out, and he described the lyrics and how the lyrics came to be. And it was just an emotional journey going through it. Why am I telling you all this? Because that is what I've come from watching. I watched that, and I was like, I've got to put up this video. I've got to tell you about the mail that's arrived this week. So, yeah, in my brain, I'm kind of thinking about these relationships and stuff that he talked about, and how they, how my relationships have been affected by some of his music as well, and times in my life when Paul Simon was around. So that's where I'm coming from. If I seem a little bit off, that's what's in the back of my head. Well, let's get to why we've tuned in. If you've lasted this long and you've seen this video for the first time and tuned into my channel for the first time, if you like my off-brand quirkiness, yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, leave positive comments, share with other people, and put the notification bell on so you don't miss anything. Let's get to the mail that I did get, and I got quite a bit of it. I got 10 official postcards this week, so that's the second week in a row that I've done very well getting stuff from Postcrossing. They must be starting to catch up and get to their destinations. I do have some that now that I've got to write, so Sunday I'll be busy writing postcards, but that's for another video. Let's get to this one. And right off the bat, this one arrived from Germany, a beautiful 1000 Shen card. Always feel fortunate when these arrive in my mailbox. This comes from Kirsten, and she is in a small village in Saxony, in the eastern part of Germany. She lives there with her husband in an old half-timbered house with a garden around. That sounds interesting. There are the beautiful stamps that go on that. So thank you, Kristen, for that. I appreciate it. The next card comes from Taiwan, and we have this postcard. And she's a high school student from Taiwan and have 3 turtles at home. Doesn't often visit famous landmarks in her country. Instead, she prefers going to the countryside to observe some of the birds and get away from the hustle and bustle. I hope you like the hedgehog she drew. And here's the hedgehog she drew. It's so cute. She's a nice artist, and there are the stamps. So thank you so much. I don't see a name on it, but I do appreciate the artwork that you sent. The next card comes from Austria. It is this card, and it says, I thought you might like this first day card from 1982. There are the stamps and a really cool cancellation on there as well. Looks like Griselda. So thank you so much for that. And I really like that stamp with the bus on it. This next card comes from China. I guess it goes in this direction. Postcrossing across the world, you and me. And that's what it feels like. All these different countries that are exchanging their cultures and exchanging their ideas. And this comes from, it looks like Liu. And she started to exchange postcards in 2017. It feels great when I open my mailbox and receive letters and postcards from different parts of the world. There are the stamps. I 100% agree. I love getting cards such as this one and the ones I've already shown you that are coming from around the world, getting little glimpses of what people are doing in their lives and realizing they're not much different than our own. Kind of gets me thinking about Paul Simon again and some of the lyrics that he's spun. But yeah, we're all on this planet. Some of us are going through hardships, and some of us are having prosperity, but we're all going through challenges and similar types of challenges. Here is a cute postcard. This one comes from Russia. So we've got a hedgehog holding a prickly heart. And it comes from Sophia. And she really loves the theater and wishes good luck and happiness. And here are the stamps. Really nice big long one there. And this one here, wrestling stamp. So thank you, Sophia, for that. And another card arrived from Russia is this one here. And this comes from, it looks like Natasha. It says, on the postcard is a piece of her favorite places in Perm. It's a square near the city pond. There are many birds here, and the street is filled with old houses and beautiful monastery nearby. And there are the stamps. Beautiful Russian stamps. This next card comes from Iowa, and this comes from Bailey, and she lives in a small farming town of about 600 people with her golden retriever, Wally. We enjoy road trips and hiking. I enjoy road trips and hiking too. So there's the state of Iowa, and it shows all sorts of things, including the capital of Des Moines and the state flower, state bird, yeah, and the forever stamp. So thank you, Bailey, for that. Next card comes from Jackie, and it is this one here, and she's from St. Paul, Minnesota, or at least that's where it's, she's actually in the small town of Red Wing in the state of Minnesota. We have beautiful flower baskets along the streets in our downtown area. Red Wing is next to the Mississippi River, and among the bluffs, I believe our town and area is very beautiful. So another person happy to spread the word of their town, their community, and the joy they have for it. So thank you so much, Jackie. Next card is another Hedgehog card. This one comes from Finland, and it says, nice to meet you. I'm Essa, and I'm an old retired seaman, now living in a small, quiet village named Vihiti, near our capital of Helsinki. Have a joyful time and remember to smile and laugh. So, from this gentleman, and there's a nice, beautiful stamp from Finland. Yeah, we have to take time to enjoy life, laugh, cry if need be, but take it all in. All right, those are my official postcards. Let's get to some of the friend mail that arrived. This one here, another 1000 Shen card. This one comes from Carl in Austria, and I really appreciate it. He always sends these beautiful cards. I wish I had the same type of beautiful cards to send back. A nice postmark there as well. So thank you so much for that. Speaking of cards, if you've seen my long Montreal cards that I have an interesting story about that. Wendy had asked me on one of my videos about whether or not I'd been looking for postcards while I was in Montreal. I wasn't really. It wasn't the purpose of this trip. It was to spend time with my daughter. But we did go into that postcard shop that has the really long ones because I was curious. They're great postcards. They were a great price. When I went in, they weren't on the racks anywhere. So I went and talked to the person working at the store. I said, do you have those really long postcards anymore? And he says, no, actually, just before Christmas, we threw them all away. And my mouth dropped. He said, we had 40 cases of them in our basement. They were taking up way too much space, and so it took us 3 weeks to throw them all away. 3 weeks to throw away 40 cases of postcards. Oh, I was like, oh, I wish I would have known you were getting rid of them. I would have taken them. I know, what would I do with that many postcards? I don't know. But I love those long postcards because I get to put a whole bunch of old beautiful stamps on it, or stickers, or washi tape, or lots of information. They are great cards to send away. So I was disappointed to hear that they were gone. And he used to sell them for 25 cents each. Now, I was probably a bargain basement price for them just to try to clear them out. But last time I sent my daughter in there to buy them, I sent her with $20. So she bought 80 cards, and that was a lot of cards to sell all at once. Most of the postcards I did see there were at least $1. Some of them were $1.50 to $2 in some shops. So to find cards for 25 cents it's a shame they're gone. So that's my postcard story from Montreal. All right, so moving back along to these postcards. This one here comes from Julianne in Germany. She said she went to the Baltic Sea with some of her school friends that she's known for 36 years. It was wonderful. That sounds like a great experience to be able to catch up with your school friends. On the back, we have these stamps, especially this stamp. That's the one I'm looking at. For my stamp of the month, every month I feature a stamp. I talk about it, I give a little history behind it, have a connection with Liverpool Stamps in England, so liverpoolstamps.co.uk. You can go there and get a discount on the stamps that I'm showing or promoting, and this time it was the Penny Black. This is 175th anniversary of the Penny Black, but from Germany. So it's kind of cool that around the world, the Penny Black, the very first adhesive postage stamp, has people that celebrate its history. So if you haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. I really would appreciate it. All right, this next one, The Simpsons Surfing. Everyone must be familiar with this cartoon. It's been around for so long now. This one comes from Bex in the UK. She says the weather hasn't been great lately, but this postcard makes her think of summer. And we've got jellyfish, and she's decorated up with all sorts of cool things, and King Charles III, and we've got a wax seal up there. So great hearing from you again, Bex. I really appreciate hearing from you in the mail as well as on Instagram. This next card, a little bit more local. This comes from Kyler in Prince Edward Island. And this is a vintage card of Cavendish, Prince Edward Island. If you go to Cavendish now, there are so many things to do there. There's amusement park rides and all sorts. So this is showing from a day gone by when there wasn't a lot of extras to do. This is getting close to the beach and what you can do there. He says this is a retro card for you where he went as a kid, the main parking lot and the change area for the beach at Cavendish. Says it's moved further west to its current location in the 1970s because of erosion and things like that. So, and he has included one of the new flower stamps that's out. Not the newest stamp out. I haven't shown you that one yet. You've probably seen it on the internet. But on April the 8th, we have the solar eclipse happening, and it's coming through our region. It's going through Montreal. It's going to be perfect there, just northwest in Moncton. If we go up to Fredericton area, it's passing right through there. So there is a stamp out for the solar eclipse, and I will give a video of that to show you it. And this card here comes from Zach in Illinois. He says, weather's been warm recently and making me ready for spring and baseball. He's got tickets to the White Sox home opener on March 28th. So hopefully the weather is good for him. But even if it isn't, it will be baseball season. I'm looking forward to the Yankees and what we've got now. We've got a new pitcher. We've got some new batters. Lineups changed a little bit. We did have a little setback though. Aaron Judge, who is our captain, has abdominal issue, so he's been taking a bit of a break to get it ready. We also, our main pitcher Cole just went out. He's off now for 1 to 2 months having surgery, so hopefully he'll come back in full swing and be ready to pitch on the mound. And in the meantime, hopefully we pick up another pitcher before the season gets fully underway. That's my hope. Fingers crossed for a good year. All right, the next card comes from Vera in Germany, and she says, greetings. Nice and ugly stamp. That's all he says. All she says. Well, you be the judge. Look at those beautiful stamps. Nice cancellation. And then these stamps as well. I I'm not going to say nice and ugly. I'm going to say, yeah, beautiful stamps. I love how you've got the souvenir sheet on the outside, but these look a little bit more vintage. So thank you, Vera, for that. Vera wasn't done, though. She sent this one here for leap year, February 29th. Looks like she may have even created this card herself. So very creative. It says, Dear Rob, this is just about the special postmark. On the 29th of February, I hope it worked. I sent it to a special place in Germany, and they hopefully will cancel the stamps with it. It worked. There's the cancel on the stamps. I like this stamp. The other one's interesting, but I like this glass, but very nice to have a leap year cancellation. So thank you, Vera. Vera wasn't done again. I received 3 cards from her this week. We have this one here of a meetup. It looks like a Fabergé egg there. And it says, greetings from the meetup. Check the special stamp. Vera. H was double printed. I'm not sure what that H was double printed. Let me know, Vera, what you're talking about there. I didn't catch that, but there is the stamp. There are all the attendees that were at the meetup. Looks like somebody has a McDonald's stamp. I know it's not, but it's probably just because it goes this direction instead, but it looks like the art from McDonald's. So thank you, Vera, for sending that on, sending all 3 of those cards. It was really nice to get. All right, this next one comes from Emily in France. First, you got to check out all these stamps. Love them. Now, this is a special thing. We're going to pull this out first. I'm going to show you this name. This is an artist in France, a friend of hers who has gotten back into music, and she wrote a song about postcards. So we have this postcard. You can screenshot this if you want, Emily, but I will take some pictures and send them to you with this postcard in the shot. That's kind of the thing she's doing. This artist of hers, friend, wrote a song about postcards, and so they've included a Postcrossing and the song together to try to coordinate it. So if you see this card out there, this is the artist. You can look at her up, or you can scan that right now, and it'll take you right to her music. And it says, I hope you finds you well, and I hope you might enjoy this little postcard project. If you have a chance to hold a picture of this card in the set of your choice, it would be awesome. And then she's given me an area that I can send it to. Also included this note that says, hello, my friend and French artist singer Natasha Telton has just released her new album. One of her singles is called Les Cartes Postales, which means postcards. Do not hesitate to listen to it. We've had the idea to regroup our 2 passions, music for her and snail mail, postal mail for me. Our project, Make Her Postcard, travel around the world with your support. How to participate? By taking photos of the postcard you have just received with the background of your choice. And then it gives me some places that I can send it to. Thank you in advance for your participation. Well, I definitely will be taking this card around and taking some pictures with it. Had I received it prior to my trip to Montreal, I would have taken some pictures there as well, but I will take it around Moncton area and here in New Brunswick and send you some pictures. So thank you. I'm glad to participate in that. All right, this next one is a vintage card. This comes from Monty and Violet in Saskatchewan. He says, not sure if you're much into trains. I am, but I hope you like this leap year card. It says, as a monument to the days when the steam was the king, this old steam engine may be seen on display at Lee Park, North Bay, Ontario, Canada, southern terminus of the Ontario Northland Railway. And then we have a Capex stamp. So the lighthouse, representing the postal cards or the scenes from Atlantic Canada, but Capex 22. That's really cool. I didn't have one of those stamps. So thank you, Monty and Violet. This next card comes from Kristen in Texas. And we have a Maxi Meetup card, a whole bunch of different things. Guess not really a Maxi card, but there is the John Wooden cancellation over the John Wooden stamp. And this is the Meetup card that she sent. It says, the California Meetup was awesome, all 10 in the books. It's the little details that are vital. Little things make big things happen. John Wooden. Yes, indeed they do. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I believe, was at this meetup. Not to do post-crossing, but just as a part and parcel to go with it. So that was kind of cool. All right, this next one definitely is a Maxi Card. This comes from Jilly B, living her life her way in the UK. These came out. There is the Queen stamp, and of course the stamp here, and somewhere on here, there we go. There's the unicorn for the Unicorn Gang. So thank you, Jilly, for sending this to me. And check out Jilly B, living her life her way on YouTube. She does great things. Jilly wasn't done though. She sent this cute hedgehog Easter card, sending her Easter greetings. There are the stamps, and there's all the beautiful washi tape. And if you've seen some of her Temu orders, she's getting different things. One of the things she got was Easter stickers, so I can see some of those here on the card. So thank you for sharing. This next card, okay, a little preface on this. Media from Helsinki, Finland, and I communicate back and forth on Instagram, and every once in a while she asks, did you get the card or did you get the envelope from? And I'm always saying I haven't, or patience, they'll show up, they'll eventually show up. I know they'll show up eventually, so we have to be patient about it. And I say that with other people too that ask me, send me messages, did you get this that I sent? I'll let you know when I get it, but I know it's patience. Well, this week, patience paid off. This card showed up from Media. She went to a post-crossing meetup. Great image with the sunset there in the background. This was from Espoo, and there were 18 of them there at the meetup. There are the stamps, beautiful flowers. There are all the people that were in attendance. That card showed up. Now, this envelope showed up. This is from a children's program, she tells me. A nice deer as well. And this was mailed from Estonia. And inside this envelope, we have a Moomin card. And this was mailed on February 18th. And we have this art card. And then we have this beautiful architectures. So she went and she did a few things and sent me some cards while she was out. I appreciate that. So that arrived. Actually wasn't done. This card now showed up. We have an Angry Birds stamp. You can see it explodes beyond the boundaries of the regular stamp, which I always love. Inside, she sent this cute puppy stamp. And dropping them on the floor. We have a circular stamp. We have a triangle Christmas tree stamp. I'm loving this because most of the time I get stamps from her. They're beautiful, but they are already on cards and things, or they have special cancellations, so I don't clip them off. Having all these ones that are clipped off, now I can use them. Oh, one fell on the floor. I can use them for my collection and not keep them with the postcards. So she sent all those, and then she sent this 1000 Shen card. So this is the third one I've received this week. I sent some stamps to her for things that she collects, and yeah, she's sending me some stamps back, which I appreciate. Always looking for new stamps and new suppliers. Then this envelope showed up. We're up to envelope number 4, or article number 4, that's showing up from her. You know what? I see an ant on the floor. An ant. Well, it's not that time of year yet. We have this cute figure skating card. Looks like almost an answer, but okay. I'm gonna save this one because this is an answer for the month of March. So you've seen the card, but you won't hear the answer on it. They have the ski jump. She went to see some ski games, watched cross-country skiing, Nordic Combine, and this was at the World Cup competitions. So that arrived in that envelope. And we'll put that other card aside. And then another envelope showed up. This one here. Beautiful stamps. Beautiful stamps. Thank you, Media. So 5 items all showed up this week. That's the patience you have to have. You know they're going to come eventually. She said they've been mailed over, a month's time. This one was mailed on February 24th. We have a nice circular card. And then we have this cute card too. A porcupine and a pineapple. Just perfect for Valentine's Day that's passed by. But she always finds fabulous cards. So Media, if you're watching this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So much has come in. It's just a matter of time when your mail's going to show up. This time it showed up. So thank you for this, because that is the first card I've received for the March question, which was what do you collect? Still time, get them in. And then the first Saturday in April, I'll be reading off those responses. Now, that's it for what I got in the mail today. Tomorrow, I'm back to having my live stream at 12 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time. So if you want to tune in and be a part of that, I would love to hear from you and talk to you and get your questions and answer whatever you have. That will be tomorrow at 12 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time. I will probably put up a notification before that, just to give you, if you have your notification bell on, just give you an update, let you know when it's arriving. If there were to be any changes, that would let you know that too. Right now, I don't anticipate any changes. That's it. You guys have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?